You can't have a hookah on the quarantine show. Okay, we're live.
We're live.
We're alive.
This is going to be a train wreck. I'm just going to announce that before any of our viewers show up, that this is going to be, because we're already crashing and burning. I'm literally sitting on fire right now. So my internet connection is crashed upstairs, and so I'm downstairs in the secondary bunker trying to cobble the show together. And
You've
so
got two internets?
Well, it's one internet. It's all one internet, Juwan.
It's all one internet.
Yeah, it's all one internet. And so
It's all one big internet.
I don't even have time to chit chat before we play the first theme song. So that's playing now while everybody is amassing. Please tell me you can hear that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we can hear it.
Okay, I've got this to play. Then we're going to play the official theme song, and then we're going to get right into the show because we don't have our usual time to mess around.
Starving comics everywhere. All the world's in quarantine, so catch the vibe and dig the scene. Take a seat, go grab a snack, gonna kill a room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come and take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio, everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go.
Are you ready for the show? Yes. The answer to that question is no.
Buddy cop theme. One man plays by the rules. The other never heard of rules.
Never got the instruction packet.
I didn't sign up for this. Well, we're paired up. What are we gonna do? We're gonna solve crimes.
All right. And without further ado,
It's gonna be one of those shows.
we have two theme songs, everybody.
People are here.
It's a train wreck with John Branyan. Starting Comic Quarantine Show.
This is not my fault.
It's totally his fault. Juwan DeVivo and Brian April. Train wreck quarantine show. Here we go.
Okay. And boom.
Oh,
all right.
that was really close.
Welcome to the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. I'm your hairy host, John Branyan, or the closest you're going to get to a host. I'm broadcasting from my secret bunker in my den because my internet. This is going to come as a shock to you regular viewers, but my internet's not working correctly tonight. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Also joining me are my buddies, Juwan DeVivo, down in the lower part of the screen there, scratching something out of his eye, and.
Lagging. Sorry. Obviously, I'm lagging.
Juwan DeVivo, who is historically the one with the crummy internet connection, is broadcasting without a hitch tonight. Good to see you, Juwan. I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask that you move my gigantic head a little further into the screen because right now we can only see a little bit of it. Yeah. You don't have to do that right now, but just as the show goes on, there needs to be more.
Oh, just a little bit more.
Yeah. And also Brian April.
Hello.
Who literally has a train wreck behind him tonight. That's great.
I was originally going to do a name this movie theme, this one, but
Yeah.
You mentioned train wreck, so I figured I'd throw the train up there.
Well, I appreciate that. that's what I like about you, Brian, is you're always contemporary. You're always right on the, you're able to flex in the
That's
moment.
right. With this picture from 1890.
So it was just in the moment.
Very contemporary. All right, so we've got those things to overcome. But you guys who watch this show, this is what you watch for. You love this. You love a good train wreck. There's lots of other legitimate shows that you could be watching if you want to see something run professionally. So I blame you. Something that occurred to me this week that we haven't done for a while now is the indecipherable lyrics for our other theme song. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have
Okay. So I want to roll that real quick because I want to remind our people that we have the lyrics ready to go. I have an envelope that has been hermetically sealed, and we will open it live on the air and reveal what these lyrics are if we get enough viewers. And the magic number is 3 digits, 1-aught. So if you would like to know what these lyrics are, then start getting your hip friends to come and watch the show. But I'm going to play this, and you guys are going to be impressed. Okay, so watch the screen. Here we go.
Quarantine Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who is crushing quarantine with it's not killing him first, John Branyan!
Okay.
That's impressive.
Yeah, did you
I like that? I did.
Thank you. I did that
What I got
myself.
that time was when it's not crushing him first. That's
not bad.
What I got that time.
I think I think that was like
Okay, that
one of our first
was-
guesses, and I think over the time, the months that we keep recycling through, we're like, yeah, we just keep coming around, and then we're like, no, that's not it.
Right.
No. Damn.
But yeah, I think that's a great guess. I think that's
Yeah. So if you've got a guess, you can leave it in the comment section.
How many
if you
people are we at right now? What's our current number?
Oh, I don't know. Probably 2.
No, there's more than that.
I don't know.
I
The
counted.
producer's making gestures
half a
with
person.
her 37, I think, is what she said.
Okay.
But
So
she's missing a
everybody-
couple of fingers, so she doesn't have
If
all the fingers.
everybody went out and invited 3 people,
Right.
or
If
just
everybody-
opened up 3 devices in their house
Right.
and opened up YouTube on their devices and or Facebook.
Right. But it's this is Luther Heller from Iowa. We met on the Michael W. Smith Alaska cruise in 2014. Hey, what's up, Luther? What's up? If this is his first time, then he needs a hello from Alan Rickman.
Hello, Luther. Hello. This is Alan Rickman welcoming you to the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. We're glad you are here, and that apparently was a very long cruise. We're glad you're back.
That's
Where do you
right.
think Luther knows Alan Rickman from? What's the first movie that pops into his head when he thinks Alan Rickman?
Die Hard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't think Die Hard.
All right. So before we bring up our guest, it's time to do the scavenger hunt. So let me pull that bad boy up here. We're doing another scavenger hunt this week since the last one worked so well. So what you need to do is, those of you, get out your flip phones, your cell phones, and start texting your friends, because what we are looking for this week is the following: someone with a Z in their name, first name, last name, or you know what, middle name. If they have a Z even in their middle name, we're going to allow it tonight. That's how desperate we are. Also, a vegetarian. We need someone who is a vegetarian. And we need someone who is watching in Wisconsin, like right now. They need to be located in Wisconsin. And finally, we need someone who has a reptile in their profile picture. Any sort of a reptile will suffice. Okay?
And This time we'll recognize if it's a reptile in their profile picture and not just a normal comment. Unlike last week when we were looking for a bird and they had an eagle right in the profile picture, and we're like, yeah, we totally just glossed over it. We're ready.
We're still looking for somebody with a bird, and the guy's like, an eagle's not a bird?
Well, I think it's like when you say a word, like if you said dog, you got a picture of a certain dog in your head. Somebody put up a picture of a Siberian Husky, you're like, I was thinking of a poodle.
Right.
That's not a real dog.
Yeah, any reptile. So, and as soon as those people show up, you know the rules. Just let us know.
Oh,
does vegan count as vegetarian?
Super vegetarian.
I think so. A vegan is technically a vegetarian, aren't they?
Well, they're more hardcore. Yeah.
Plus,
just more psychotic. Hey, there's
Wisconsin.
JD from Wisconsin. Welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead, Alan.
Hello, Wisconsin. Hello, JD, if that's your real name. Is it like JD or like J and then D? Are you like Billy D. Williams? I'm starting to switch into Dr. Evil, and I don't know why. Is that an evil deer? That is not a reptile. Nope. I have no idea what I'm doing.
All right.
Welcome.
All right, guys. This is it's time for the dang ding dong update. Those of you who are fans of the show, and I'm talking to both of you, you know that we started this. We started. I think it was the first week, and it was how many weeks ago now, Brian? 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think we're.
What's the spreadsheet say?
Yeah, it's a couple. We're up there, like 9-10 weeks, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's less tiresome than the quarantine. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was. It was back in the midst of the quarantine. And so we took a Star Spangled Ding Dong out of the package, and we put it on a paper plate. And we thought it would be super fun to just watch it deteriorate over the weeks. And it turns out that it hasn't been. So here's the update today for you.
Plant has died. Plant that sprouted has died. It only took a week.
That's what the ding dong looks like.
You gotta water your ding dongs, guys. Getting plenty of sunshine.
Right. There's the dead bug too. It's still there. I don't know if you can see that.
My theory on the bug is that he's been eating on it, and then every time you present him to us, he's just full.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been such a disaster. It hasn't played out at all the way that I thought it was going to play out. And I was expecting a lot more dramatic deterioration than what we got. It turns out that dig dongs are about the most resilient confection on the planet. But here's what I'm going to do. I have contacted a friend of mine who is an expert in conspiracy, and he's just an expert in knowing stuff. And so I'm going to pull Brian and Juwan out, and I'm going to introduce this new segment. It's a little segment that I like to call Hope and Change. Hope and Change with my good friend. I didn't know how long. Oh, with my good friend Jim Hope, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Jim
me.
Hope.
And change. Change. So much change. I'm a rich man now. Change is hard to come by. I'm very excited about being here, wherever here is.
Well, you're not in Wisconsin. So
I'm not. I'm not in Wisconsin, but JD is. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I like you, JD.
So Jim
yes.
is
yes.
an expert in conspiracies, right?
Well, it's not me. It's my neighbor. My neighbor tells me all these things. My neighbor's got a lot of thoughts about a lot of things. Huge fan of the show, by the way. Huge fan of your show. Loves every second of it. Uh-huh. But, he has a lot of... Here's the thing about my neighbor. It's been very difficult on me because I have to wear a mask around him all the time because I cannot get his lovely bride sick because it's a commandment. Thou shalt not COVID thy neighbor's wife. Come on. Come on. Somebody said that and it was me. Come on. So my neighbor, my neighbor has these thoughts, and my neighbor loves your show and has been very concerned about the ding-dongs, the Star-Spangled Ding-Dong not decomposing. And I was like, well, it's a normal thing. Ding-dongs they just don't decompose. Like, they're like Twinkies. They're just forever. You know, they're going to be around forever. But he's like, no. It's like, no, that's not true. No. It's a Star-Spangled Ding-Dong. It should be decomposing because we're past the 4th of July. But I know who's doing it to us. It's an international Marxist conspiracy. I can prove it. You got ding-dongs, right? And you got ding-dong, the witch is dead. Which witch is dead? The witch is dead. Which witch is dead? The Wicked Witch is dead. And who played the Wicked Witch? Margaret Hamilton. And Hamilton is a stage play starring who? Starring Lin-Manuel Miranda. Mir. That was the name of the Russian space station. Are the Russians involved? Of course they are. They're involved in everything. Because when you're rushing, you're going too fast. And Too Fast, Too Furious was a movie starring who? Starring Tyrese Gibson, right? Tyrese Gibson. And who's the other great actor named Gibson? Mel Gibson, his brother. Clearly they're brothers. They have the same last name. So Mel Gibson has made some great movies. He's made Braveheart. He made The Passion of the Christ. He made Apocalypto, and he made a lot of people angry. And Angry Birds is an app, right? And you take a nap on a couch and put a flap on a pouch. And what else do you do? And you can set a trap for a grouch. If that grouch's name is Oscar and you have a trash can. Am I talking about Sesame Street? Of course I am. Is Sesame Street part of this? Of course. All roads lead to Sesame Street. Because when you say open sesame, the Cave of Thieves open. Who did that? Alibaba. Where did he do it? In the Arabian Nights. Who else was in the Arabian Nights? Aladdin, who had a blue genie. And blue jeans, right, are made of denim. And Carl Denham was the guy who brought King Kong to New York. Exactly. Is King Kong involved? Of course he is, because he's a giant ape. And giant tape seals up boxes, right? So you got a box. But who's the most important box? The Box family of the Johann Sebastian Bach, right? Why is Johann Sebastian Bach so important? Because he wrote the most important movie, the most important, rather, composition in the history of music. Baby Got Bach. Exactly. And you don't put baby in a corner. Just remember that. Never put baby in a corner, especially if you're dirty dancing with Jennifer Grey on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Is Matthew Broderick involved in this? Of course he is not. No, his wife is involved in this. It's his wife, Sarah Jessica Parker. Because if you're a Parker, you have to have a car to be a Parker, right? And Cars was a movie starring who? Starring Lightning McQueen. Think about this. Just think about it. He was an important part of that movie, but the most important part of that movie was who? It was Mater, right? Because Mater is the Latin word for mother. And the mother of dragons is Daenerys. Where? In Game of Thrones. And in Game of Thrones, we also learned that Jon Snow knows nothing. But Snow knows the huntsman, because in Snow White and the Huntsman, we saw Kristen Stewart star, right? And Stewart is a name you might call a guy if his name is Stewart, but you also might call him Stew. And another word for stew is soup. And Duck Soup is a movie made by who? By Groucho, Chico, Harpo, Zeppo. It was internationally famous. They're the Marx Brothers. That's international Marxism. That's what he said. That's what my friend said, my neighbor.
So that's why the ding dong is not deteriorating?
Yes, that's exactly it. That's what he said. I don't know if it's true, but I believe it. That's what I believe. It has nothing to do with me. That's just what he told me. Somehow I remembered it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I listen very carefully to him. I would suggest less caffeine also teach one. For him, me, I'm fine. I'm very comfortable with how much caffeine I take. I actually have a caffeine IV behind my knee right now. You can't see it, but it's going on.
That is why I wanted you to come on, Jim, because I knew that you would be able to explain. We have been frustrated for weeks with the deterioration of the ding dong, and so I thought, you know what? I'll give Jim Hope a call, and he will be able to explain why it is so slow. And you did. Yep.
I went to my neighbor. He told me exactly what was going on. I'm very, very proud of myself and him.
I so appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Hope and Hope and Change. We will we'll see you next time, Jim.
Some other time. Bye bye.
All right. That was for you guys. I asked Jim to come on for you guys.
That was impressive. I had no idea. I had no idea that it was the Marx Brothers.
Well, no one. See, I could have maybe said it, but you wouldn't have believed it. Jim brings a level of plausibility.
Well, it's a little bit hard for me to follow because usually there's a lot of red yarn strewn on the wall, like tacks of different pictures. You can make the different connections, or maybe it's hanging down or something. And he didn't have any of that, and so it's hard for me to keep up with it. So I think his credibility might have been shot because of the lack of visual evidence, But
because there weren't any pictures, is that what you're saying, Joanne?
Well, it's the connections. You got to make the little red line connections. You have to have a board. You have a vision board for your conspiracies. When you have commitment like that, that's when I take you seriously.
Right.
Well, for the future updates, I'll now use this for the background.
For the Marx Brothers, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it may be. I think Jim has got a lot of explanations for things. I mean, a lot of them. The first time that I heard him do that rant, or a rant like that, he proved beyond all doubt in my mind that Andre Agassi was controlling our minds. The first time I heard him do that. So that was a while back when Andre Agassi had the power to control minds. But he proved it. He proved it beyond all doubt to a comedy club full of people and got a standing ovation. It meant it was, yeah.
I just got a notification from Facebook. We've been kicked off because of the conspiracy.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. No, I'm sure that Jim will be. We'll have Jim come back on and explain why we got kicked off of Facebook for that. All right, so it's time for. It's time for, what is it time for? It's time for Brian's review, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right.
Reviews. And
yeah.
Did we have somebody? I thought I saw somebody with a reptile in their
Oh, did we?
profile picture. Somebody had a bearded lizard or something.
Go ahead and bring them up if you want, because it's going to take me about 20 minutes to figure out how to make the slide advance. There we go.
So,
Did you find it? Yeah, my profile picture is my bearded dragon named Latte.
is that the picture?
That's
That doesn't look like a reptile. That looks.
yeah.
That is a mammal, ma'am.
That is a mammal. My name is spelled Elizabeth, so that's a Z. That's a Z. That name. But it said pets are awesome.
Well, it's pets with a Z.
Yeah.
That's
where
how you
did
do it.
everybody go? I blew you guys right off the frame. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got how many? I've lost track. We've got a Z. We've got a person from Wisconsin.
We have a
that's
reptile.
it, right?
Well, in theory, a reptile human. So wait, maybe that's what she's saying.
We're not going to count that.
Maybe it's
No,
like the
we're not
TV show V. Remember the TV show V, where they were aliens, but they were reptiles underneath the skin, and just so if you peel back his like forehead, it'll just be all scaly, and he'll eat mice and try to take over Earth. It'll be great.
Yeah.
I mean, not that part's great, but I'm just saying.
Covered the
Yeah.
reptilian race. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
As long as the scavenger hunt's fine. As long as we finish the scavenger hunt, we can have.
That really will get us. That really will get us kicked off Facebook if we're peeling people's faces off. All right, so here we go. It's time for Brian's review, and this week is. Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, first I got this. This was sent in from a viewer from last week. Remember, last week we reviewed the giant elderly lady with the inhaler sticker. You remember that? Fondly?
Yes.
I'm
this was sent in
quote.
by a viewer. which I thought was good. I would buy that.
Donut.
That's
That's a Simpsons donut. That is a Simpsons
That is
donut.
definitely Simpsons donut. You got the cherry icing with the sprinkles.
Yep.
For sure.
Great. So are we going to have to pay some kind of licensing fee for that picture?
Nah.
All right, good. This week, we've got the emergency inflatable toast novelty gift.
Inflatable toast.
But it's not just inflatable toast. It's emergency inflatable toast.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So this is packable, right? I'm sorry. I'll let you do it, Brian. Go ahead.
Oh no, please. You're more than
I'm
welcome to do
going to start guessing.
it. There's plenty of things to do about it.
When something happens to your daily inflatable toast, you need to break out the emergency inflatable toast.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, first and foremost, we got to get the big questions out of the way because, we're in 2020 now. Is it gluten-free? That is the first question. And yes, feel free to binge on this toast. It is gluten-free. What are the dimensions of the toast? Now, this is a tricky one. Depending on your lung capacity, this toast really can be as big as you need it to be. Last year, I took my 27-footer out on a fishing trip. 25 miles into the Gulf of Mexico, and the engine explodes behind me, burning my back and sending a shard of boat into my rear. My boat caught fire and began to sink. I somehow remembered at that moment I had my inflatable toast in my pocket. I quickly jumped in the water and began inflating the toast. I used it as a raft and the shard of the boat that was in my rear. I pulled it out and used it as an oar and was able to get myself to safety. Definitely worth the $8.35.
I would say.
Holy cow. If something's big enough to use as an oar, do you think the word shard qualifies? Shrapnel?
An oar-sized shard.
That's
I could be impaled by that.
well, maybe if it was just like, well, they said it was in their behind, so maybe they like stuck their behind in the water and just kind of wiggled back and forth, kind of like
a fish.
Yeah, just kind of
tail fin.
Again, another very obvious and needed question: can it be used in self-defense? And the answer is maybe if you were being chased by a bear, you could inflate it and toss it to him for a few minutes of distraction, and then run really fast.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
that also works with the elderly woman using an inhaler sticker. You can throw that at a bear too.
Right, and they'll probably stop and help her and be like, "Are you okay?" Actually, it'd be Yogi Boo. Are you okay there, Boo Boo?
Gosh, Yogi, I think I need a puff of my inhaler.
Not to take anything away from the inflatable toast, but you could pretty much throw anything at a bear as a distraction, can't you?
Yeah, probably, especially like a shard of boat in somebody's butt. Just toss them back at them, and because they can't run as much, they get they're kind of limping along. They got the shard in their butt, so
yeah, that wouldn't be a bad government-funded research thing. Is the effectiveness of things thrown at bears for self-defense measured by seconds? It's like how many seconds of distraction do you get? Inflatable toast. We said you get a few minutes.
Would a Rubik's Cube last like hours, and the bear's just like trying to figure it out? Just like, I don't know what's going on. I keep getting the one color and then the others mess up.
Yeah, actually, the Rubik's Cube would further enrage the bear.
Yeah, this is the next person that comes along.
Exactly.
Bear, that's it. They can't throw anything at him. He's taking them out.
Hey, look, a bear with a Rubik. No.
I'm noticing that these inflatable toasts, the emergency inflatable toast is currently unavailable, which would indicate that there's somewhat in demand.
Yeah, well, it's COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID. These help with COVID. So
keep them in your car, right?
Yeah.
Emergency kit.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. Absolutely goes with the jumper cables and the spare tire, the inflatable toast. Like, duh.
Yeah. That's gotta be
right.
All right.
So sorry. Go ahead. You get distracted, right?
Yes, I am. Sorry. I just.
Oh, sorry.
The toast is shiny. So there's a. Now we'll switch out to some of the reviews. There are occasions that just calls for toast at a moment's notice. Sometimes surprise brunch just happens and you, what are you going to do about it, Beverly? Stand there empty-handed with that stupid look on your face? No, because you are brilliant and purchase this emergency inflatable toast and carry it with you everywhere you go. In a single breath, you have inflated it and be ready to drink mimosas with the rest of the Red Hat Society while being heralded as the hero of Canton. So don't be a lame-o like Barbara. Everyone laughs at her behind her back. Be a winner like me. Make brunch great again. You will have no regrets.
Yeah. I didn't realize that mimosa and toast were things that you ate at brunch.
Yeah.
So I'm learning.
Well, I'm not Red Hat Society, so I wouldn't know. But
that is a elite society. It's pretty
clearly
secret.
It's there.
Right.
So that just has to be the truth.
Well, our goal has always been to educate and entertain.
It is, and I think that's what we're doing here.
Mission accomplished.
Definitely. There we go. This item is almost exactly what I need, except for the fact that it comes without a complimentary pat of inflatable butter. Who eats toast without butter? This seems like a great product, but it's completely useless without the butter. Glad I realized this before I ordered it. If you enjoy inflatable toast without butter, then this product would definitely be fine.
Right.
I feel like the emergency inflatable toast is, that could happen. But if you're without your inflatable toast and your inflatable butter, you're in a really bad situation. You may need to call for exterior help.
Right.
I think that's what we're thinking. It's like, surely you'll have butter. You'll have inflatable butter nearby if you're even if your toast goes bad.
Well, my sense would be that if you can't eat it without the inflatable butter, then maybe it isn't an emergency. Maybe you're just being a little bit dramatic.
What's next? Inflatable jelly? You gotta have inflatable jelly too, and jams.
Inflatable, yeah. Inflatable marmalade.
That's next.
Inflatable gravy.
Yeah, it depends on what you want your toast with.
Right.
Exactly. Do you want it? I think you should get a couple of them, and you could just start making sandwiches.
Inflatable sandwiches.
Yeah, like an inflatable BLT. I think that would be.
Then you have inflatable bacon and inflatable lettuce.
Yeah. Inflatable tomatoes. And out in California, we have inflatable organic tomatoes. So
see, that's like daily stuff. We're talking about an emergency, life-threatening situation. You need toast. You don't need a BLT. You need toast at times, but inflatable toast. Sorry. Like John said, when your daily inflatable toast is gone, then you pull out the emergency inflatable toast. It'll save lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a very interesting one. This is a great review. Worked as described. I don't know how to deal with that. There's no real description of what worked as described. Okay.
Inflated, I guess.
And it was emergency toast.
It was toast.
Was there actually a description anywhere, or is that just a?
I don't think so. I think this is it.
Yeah.
And it will solve it quickly. It even says so right there in the thing. If you have an issue with this name, it will solve it quickly.
Yeah.
So I guess he had an issue and it solved it. So work as described. Here's the last one. Yeah. There is no clear warning that the inflatable toast should not be used in a toaster. While there is a small warning on the package, as pointed out to me by one of the firemen, it's certainly not easy to read when the house is filling with smoke and toxic fumes are stinging your eyes. That's the exact time when the information might be most handy. The warning should be quite clear about the pool of flaming vinyl that may spill out of the bottom of your crumb tray, and especially warn about trying to remove the inflatable toast with a butter knife in the early stages of fire without first turning off the toaster.
No, it's already toast.
Yeah.
Why would you want to toast the toast? Who does that?
Right. That's what I was going to say, Juan. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Right. You don't put toast in a toaster. You put bread in a toaster.
Right. If it was inflatable bread, then you would have a case, but it's already toast.
I do have a question though. There in an emergency situation, usually time is of the essence, and
Right.
like you were reading about, you're at brunch and you don't have your normal inflatable toast, so you have to inflate this toast though. How long? Is that a review? How long it takes to, especially at a Red Hat luncheon? It would take maybe a little bit longer. If you have your inhaler with you, that might inflate it quicker. Or does it come with an electric pump?
Yeah, maybe, or like a foot pump or something. You can just.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. That someone can play the spoons while you're stepping on it, inflating the toast.
What I like about this is no matter how many ridiculous questions Brian answers, Juwan still has another question that he wants.
Well, it's just like you gotta have, I don't know, an emergency situation. Like if you're in a car wreck, you want to be, or like the guy that he had to jump out of the boat. How long did that take him to blow? Sharks were circling. You got shrapnel hanging out of your backside.
Shards, not shrapnel.
Shard. Yeah, it was just a shard.
The boat, shard.
I wonder if there's an inflatable mimosa.
Ooh,
I would imagine so. Like a whole inflatable brunch kit.
Yeah.
Like an inflatable table.
We're getting into the realm of like luxury now. This is emergency we're talking about. And we're getting into a luxury inflatable item.
The inflatable like serving dishes, just with the little
cantaloupe.
Yeah. You have the inflatable bacon in there.
Okay, so have we covered this? I'm afraid if we keep talking about inflatables, then this is not going to be a G-rated show anymore.
Yes, I think we're pretty covered. Last somebody said that this is okay for a low carb diet. You can just lick butter off the top of it, and you get no carbs. So,
I like that. That's also keto. Keto friendly.
Yeah, keto friendly as well. So
that's where you jump off the vegan train, though. I don't know how you. Yeah.
All right. So that's it. That's Brian's review, right, for this week.
Yep, that is it.
Good job.
Ooh. How would you rate this review, Brian?
I would rate this review as over.
I'm going to rate it 4 stars.
It's toast.
Very nice. Very nice.
That review was toast. Okay. Now we come to the unsolicited advice. This is where we take it. This is where we offer advice mail that was not sent to us by people who don't care what our opinion is. This week's letter is from a lady, and I will read it to you. I know it's a lady because it starts, "I am a woman." And I'm very reserved in my work life. I work as a sales assistant to our sales team, so me keeping a cool head is very helpful, I think. I have an issue with my interim boss. My new boss should be starting soon. This was an issue before we started working from home, but now that the majority of communication is email, I find myself grinding my teeth on the daily. Essentially, the interim manager responds to every email from me with "calm down." That is, without fail, his first line in every email. Even if he is copied on an email to me and I respond to someone else, he will tell me to calm down. He does this whether I am bringing up a concern, I think X will happen, or just asking a question. Should X be like this or that? I have no idea how this started, but now it happens daily. He must think this is funny, but I hate it. It's not funny, but I don't know how to tell him to cut it out. It seems like it has gone on too long. Is there a script I can follow to get him to stop? Or do I wait until my new manager is hired, sees this on an email, and ask him to address it?
Ooh.
My first thought is as soon as she goes to address it with him, he's going to be like, "Calm down."
Yep. The ultimate troll. No matter how you respond to it, you're already in his favorite.
That was actually my first piece of advice would be, okay, you need to calm down.
My first piece of advice would be you got to get a mouthpiece, because if you're grinding your teeth right now, that's the immediate fix. Save the teeth. Just get a mouthpiece in there, and then we'll figure out the rest of this.
I mean, I don't want to seem unkind or uncaring, but there's something kind of ironic, isn't there, about writing for advice about how to get a person to stop telling you to calm down. Isn't that first things first? Calm down, right? Then
I was gonna say, you may have read it in the wrong voice. You read it in the wrong tone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a woman and very reserved in my work life.
Was her name Karen?
She didn't say what her name was. I think we can assume.
I want to speak to your manager. Yeah, exactly. Was it all caps?
Dakota says turn off all caps. No, I copied it and pasted it the way
I'm saying in her work emails, does she send everything all caps?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe it's a matter of that.
I know,
I think she probably cuts the letters out of magazines and glues them onto paper
with extra exclamation points.
I got your email, and by email I mean the ransom letter you sent us in the mailbox. But the person who always is like calmer or like joking or like they always got the upper hand, and if there's an argument or unsettled, so it's like, hey, whoa, take it easy. And so I was thinking maybe she could go even more calm. Just you don't respond with "I am calm." You respond with like, "Whoa, man, chill out." You're telling me to calm down. You're like excited, so I try to out calm him. Maybe.
Right.
I would escalate it. I would be like, stop. First of all, stop patronizing me, and just do that on every response back. And so he's like, "That sounds good, Karen." She's like, "First of all, stop patronizing me. We'll see you at 2."
I would swing it the other direction. I would say, rather than telling her to calm down, every line I would start with, "You don't even seem like you care about this. You seem devoid of passion."
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Where's your faithfulness to this company? You're not even involved in this. You just want everybody to not care. Is that what it is? You want apathy? Okay.
I would also refer back to him as interim boss in every email. Interim boss. I know you're just doing this until the real boss gets here. However, I have noticed a few things, and that's how I would start them all as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Temporary boss.
I think that'll solve her problems.
All right. I think we solved it. All right. I've got another surprise. Yeah, that's better. I've got another surprise this week. We've been talking for a few weeks now on the Quarantine Show about getting my beloved son Andrew to come on and do one of his impressions. So we know Brian April does impressions, does them very well, does the board quarantine voice, which we haven't done for a while. We need to do one of those. So coming on now is my son Andrew Brandon. You guys fill up the comment sections with emojis. Here he is from his
what's up?
From his lair.
I want to make sure my mic was working.
Yeah.
All right, great.
So here's what we're going to do, Andrew. We're going to have the people in the comment section send you some lines, and you are going to say those lines as Patrick Warburton. He does he does a really good Patrick Warburton, and then we'll have Brian do that line in. Who do you want to do, Brian?
I'll do Peter Griffin. Well, we'll just keep it Family Guy.
You do Peter Griffin, okay? So you'll do Patrick Warburton, and he'll do Patrick Warburton, and then you'll do Peter Griffin. And so what we need is some things that you can say. And here's the first one, Andrew. Here's the first comment.
I got it. All right. So chances are, if he were to be saying something like that, he'd start it with, "Oh, calm down, Karen." Like one of those. Calm down.
All right.
I like it. Oh, my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
So, calm down, Karen. Yeah.
All right. So this is how it's going to work. Yeah. All right. This is off to a flying start. All right. Here's another one.
I feel like I need to get this. Hey, Google.
That was good. That is really good. That is really good, man. Hey, Google.
Okay, here's what we got to do. Andrew, does your phone respond when you say "Hey Google" like Patrick Warburton?
No, my phone doesn't respond when I say "Hey Google" like me.
Because you got to say "okay" in front of it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Wonders technology though.
Okay. Because we played that game at the lake a couple of years ago, where we tried to get you to mess up your voice to the point where the phone wouldn't even recognize what you were saying anymore.
That was with an Australian guy though at the lake.
Yeah.
That was we'd say "Oi Google" a lot. "Oi Google, what's the what's the distance from Earth to the Sun?" Like random stuff like that.
All right, here you go. Here's a line from Juan de Vivo, incidentally.
I was looking down.
As Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
That's a line from Despicable Me.
Yeah, Despicable Me.
Oh, my caterpillar never turned into a butterfly.
Oh,
okay, Brian.
Oh, sorry. Ah, my caterpillar never turned into a butterfly. Yeah.
This is going better than I thought.
Oh man.
We should have a dialogue. There should be like a script.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I never met better, Peter. Nice to see you again.
Yeah. What do you say we go on the Starving Comics Quarantine Show?
I'd say great. That's a great idea.
Hey, Joe, this is Quagmire. How's it going? Giggity, giggity.
I'm doing all right, Quagmire. How have you been recently?
Just wonderful. I've been sitting here watching the show, and it's been totally amazing.
Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Thank you.
Hey, Quagmire, get out of here.
All right, let's do a couple more, just because this is my favorite thing that Andrew does. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This was the line I wanted him to say. Anyway, this is from Tabby.
Oh man, that's gonna be hard. I don't think I can say it like the movie does it.
Try it.
At the diner.
Oh.
He didn't pay his check.
Okay, now act it out.
Oh jeez. Way to put me on the spot. Doesn't he shoot up out of bed?
Yes.
The present at the diner. He didn't pay his check. Like Amanda's comment down there.
You want to take a shot at that one, Brian?
Oh, sure. The peasant at the diner didn't pay his check. Oh, that's just wrong. You're supposed to pay your check, you know.
You do Cleveland Brown too? I didn't know that.
He does them all, man.
I gotta get Peter I gotta stop taking my baths during Peter's shenanigans.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
I do that one too.
So we should see. We're just going to do our own show. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. We own this now. This is ours.
All right. How about let's do this one, and then we'll call it. Call it.
All right. I love Star Spangled Ding Dongs.
Hey, that's Hong Kong Fooey. Yeah, what's he doing there? Hey, Hong Kong, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a big fan. I've been watching you since the 60s, even though I was born in the 70s.
Hey, that's Hong Kong Fooey. Not allowed. All right, Patrick Warburton and Amanda wants you to say my spinach puffs, and she's not going to let it go.
Did she put that up on herself?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. My spinach puffs.
That is an excellent question. That is really good, man.
Here's the thing, man. If you're not fans, if you haven't seen Emperor's New Groove, then many of those lines are going to go right over your head. You got to see Emperor's New Groove.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
easily the most underrated Disney cartoon of all time, right?
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. Actually, Meet the Robinsons is underrated, and Emperor's New Groove is underrated. But Emperor's New Groove is a little bit funnier, whereas Meet the Robinsons is like more heartfelt, like a family-oriented movie. But so yeah, Emperor's New Groove is a laugh a minute.
Right.
6 laughs a minute.
Right.
Never actually seen Meet the Robinsons. Might be something I'd do.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Totally.
All right, yeah, John, you're gonna do it, and then Juwan, you have to do Patrick Warburton.
Oh, you want me to do a Patrick Warburton?
Yeah.
Give your best shot.
All right.
What's
Say
the
this.
thing
Say this, Juwan. This is the line right here.
The peasant of the daughter didn't pay his check. Yeah, that's as good.
It was a good shot.
I can't get low enough. I was thinking about the other things, but I didn't get low enough. You got to get that timbre.
Did you even try?
Yeah,
He just read it as himself. The peasant of the diner didn't pay his check.
I couldn't get low.
You gotta get breathy too. You gotta get that breath.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to do Juwan DeVivo doing Patrick Warburton. The peasant at the diner. He didn't pay his check.
That was spot on, actually.
Yeah.
Guys, I can do accents.
Are there 2 Juwan DeVivos in here?
I Google. See, I can do a Google. I'll do an Australian accent. Throw a shrimp on the barbie.
I apologize to anyone.
That just like I beat all of this. I can be cool.
Andrew does- my favorite accent that Andrew does is his Russian accent.
Oh,
So
man.
let's see. Do this in a Russian accent, Andrew.
Pools are great for holding water.
That's really good. That is really good.
That's a very matter-of-fact comment. Hold that.
Okay, here's another comment that I saw earlier that we didn't get to, but you have to say this with the Russian accent.
Look at this, like the inside of goat's stomach, from pocket full of miracles. I had to get close to the mic.
All right.
Dance.
Are we gonna get sued for that one? I can't say that.
Tabby wants you to say, Andrew, boom the bird, boom that bird dead.
Isn't it this man is dead? Boom, that bird is dead.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, this is just turned into Brandon families say their favorite things. Okay.
This is like a regular dinner.
Yeah. It's just like eating at our house.
That's always he stands for. Stance. You're the entertainment center.
All right. Are you ready to do your ocarina solo tonight?
Here's the thing. You didn't send me that clip till like 3 days prior, and I had no time to practice it. But
okay. Do you have your ocarina? Do you want to play a different song than the one we talked about?
I can try it. If it goes terribly wrong, you can name a song and I'll try that one instead.
So we can name a song and you will play it?
I'd have to know the song though. That's the only catch.
Which is like Ocarina.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. He goes, name a song and I'll try to play it. It's like, name a song? He goes, well, I have to know it. Well, of course you have to know it.
I have to know it, obviously.
It'll be exactly like my Patrick Warburton impression.
I can try like the main part of like the quarantine show if I can remember it. But it's like that's it. I don't remember how it goes though. I never listened to it. But yeah, if you have like a song in mind, actually even if the comment people, preferably since I'm a huge nerd, if you have like video game music or anything like that, I can totally play video game music.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you've got video game music.
Oh boy.
Like the daytime.
Your PlayStation, Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metal Gear.
No, I know. What about
Zelda? How about the Legend of Zelda? Because they had Ocarina of Time. So play Zelda.
That was the main reason I started playing the Ocarina. Which song? Which
one? Just do the main Zelda theme. You know the dun, 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 dun.
Uh-oh, I ran out of range. One problem with these, they're really easy to play and learn, but their range is right there. That's it.
We got Mario. Someone's requesting Mario.
It's so hard. I've tried the Mario one. It's like,
do it.
Yeah, see.
Yes.
I like
no
it.
practice. That's,
Hey, I got it near the Hobbit theme, like from the Shire, the main.
Oh yeah, I feel like I can actually do that one.
Okay.
There. I gotta find the right beginning note. I don't remember it actually. Is it like
that almost?
I think that's a different song now that I'm playing.
This is my father's world, isn't it?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It was kind of like The Hobbit. You got the idea. Wow. Okay, I destroyed your chat. Nice. Final Fantasy VII, Full House, Skyrim. Final Fantasy VII. I unfortunately don't play Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry.
What about Skyrim?
Oh, am I putting those up right now? Is that me doing that?
No.
No. Skyrim. I almost just played Game of Thrones just then.
Oh. Do Game of Thrones.
That's close enough to Skyrim.
We'll do Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of
What
Thrones.
is Waymaker like the worship chicken?
Waymaker, like the word. I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
So Waymaker is a worship song. Okay, do Game of Thrones.
Game
of Thrones.
That one I could go on.
Starving comics.
Starving comics. What about Gerudo Sandstorm?
Okay.
Darude Sandstorm.
Oh, Darude Sand. Oh, you almost said Gerudo Valley. Darude Sandstorm. That's like. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I tried. It was in there somewhere.
I was gonna do a beatbox and I realized I got like a lag, so it was gonna sound really crappy.
Yeah, it'd be a little offbeat.
Right.
Young cat. Are you trying to make me pass out, Sherry King? Oh, man. It's been done and I have tried, but I can't do Nyan Cat. I'm not gonna ruin your ears with that one.
No,
man.
All right.
Worship Chicken is the they're doing worship songs on YouTube, but with the squeaky chicken thing. So he gets out an acoustic guitar and steps up to the mic, and it just squeaks Waymaker.
I think I've seen that. It's an Asian guy doing the chicken and a girl doing the vocals, right? And they're like,
not that particular one, but yeah, they've done that before.
Oh gosh, that made me laugh so hard.
I saw a video of a guy had two the squeaky chickens and was playing the drums with them and doing rhythm with the chickens as he was playing the drums. So he did the whole song doing the melody.
It must have sounded magical.
See, I feel like we have that kind of talent on this show. Like we could do that if we practice.
Resources.
Yeah.
Good jam.
I feel like we could.
Next week.
You want to tell them real quick? We're about at the hour here. Do you want to tell them what you guys are planning to do next week, or do you want to surprise them?
Oh, it's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Okay. Okay, I've got COVID apparently.
Joe's gonna get tested this week. Surprise!
All right, here we go, Andrew. Here's one more question.
Yeah. Just so you do not want to miss next week because it's going to be amazing.
You want to maybe not do Freebird considering how long you say we had?
We have just enough time for Freebird.
Violin. Yeah, I don't think so.
And the solo at the end. You have to do the solo.
Right.
I think I've actually tried that on the Ocarina. It didn't go well, but it was all right.
All right. Well, we're gonna get the theme song for this show on the Ocarina at some point.
One day.
That must happen.
If you can get instrumental, if you can get just the piano like do 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 background from what's her name?
John Thomas.
No, yeah, that. No, not now. Like, I mean, like, if you could get that, just the background to that, I could do the lead with the Ocarina.
You could do the lead.
Yeah,
Ocarina.
yeah, that could be done.
Tune in next week.
That's what we want.
Should we give him a tease, Juwan? I think for next week.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
No. You just don't want to miss next week. It's going to be a barn burner. All right.
You don't have an outro yet, do you?
No, I don't have an outro yet. Do you want to play one in a minute?
Sure, I could do the outro, I guess.
Yeah, you play
You
an
could
outro.
do like in the Oscar speeches, whenever John says going too long, you just start playing.
Let me get my tinier ocarina for that. Hold on.
And if you're not a member yet, go to johnbranyan.com.
Get your little
As the
outro.
music starts to play.
Right.
There it is.
Right.
And I'd
So
like to thank.
I dropped everything off my shelf.
I have to do my snappy wrap up, so I can't drag out the wrap up like I normally do. So I'm going to have to get it down. So I got a couple of announcements. If you want to support the show, are you ready, Andrew, to start playing the outro music?
Oh, should I just tell me one?
Well, no, I'll just
Make up a
point,
song.
I'll point to you when it's time.
Make
All
sure
right.
your pointer is
Yeah.
visible.
If you haven't become a member yet, you want to support the show so that we can keep putting out quality entertainment and education like you've seen tonight. If you don't want this to come to an end, then hippity hop over to johnbranyan.com and become a member of some sort. You also, not only are you supporting this, but you will also have access to other content, things that we don't have time to get to every single week. Juwan DeVivo's overly specific Mad Libs are available for download, and you can use them with friends and family. You can get a certificate. There are audio files, music from JT, music from Juwan DeVivo is available in the audio file section. I mean, I could go on and on, but I'm not going to because this is a snappy wrap up. But we need you to become a subscriber. Get your friends to subscribe. Help us keep producing this show. Also, comedybrian.com. If you would like to know more about Brian April, then you're too embarrassed to ask us here, go to Comedy Brian and ask him any personal question that you would like to ask, and he will answer it. Mm-hmm. Also, Casting Crowns is back on the road, coming to a drive-in theater near you. If you are in, you guys are in Louisville this week, aren't you?
Louisville and Indiana.
And Indiana.
Shelbyville and Thorntown or something. I forgot the last one.
And tour. Yeah, so come out and see Casting Crowns. And who knows? You might even wind up on this show if you go and see Casting Crowns. We're talking about that. Talking about maybe having a segment with Juwan on the road and backstage. All right, Andrew, go ahead and start playing the background music. It's been
Mind if I do?
It's been a lot of fun this week. Special thanks to my good friend Juwan DeVivo, everybody. Juwan DeVivo, keep going. My good friend Brian April. Special thanks to Jim Hope, ladies and gentlemen, with his rant. He will be back again for another segment of Hope and Change. And a special thanks to all of you who came and played along with us tonight. We couldn't have done it without you. This has been the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. I'm John Branyan. Keep going. Don't you dare stop now.
All right. My cat's freaking out.
Keep going. And we'll see you all next week. Keep going. Don't you stop.
No,